Welcome to episode 1 of a short video series documenting a great road trip and hiking trip and camping trip that I took across the western U.S. I'm calling it Red Rocks or Bust because the impetus for the trip was seeing a concert at Red Rocks in Colorado, my first time seeing a concert there, which was fantastic. And the or bust part was, will this 50-plus-year-old VW bus make it what turned out to be 3,124 miles from Washington State through 7 western states. From Washington, I hit Oregon, Idaho, Utah, Colorado, obviously, for the Red Rocks concert. And then on the way back, hit Wyoming, Montana, Idaho again, and back to Washington State. And cut to the chase. The bus did great, even though it was over 100 degrees at stretches of the trip and pretty warm throughout. I was worried about this old air-cooled bus staying cool, but it did. Maybe not the passenger compartment so much, but that's all right. I made do with a little electric fan in the windows. There's no air conditioning, of course, in a 50-year-old air-cooled VW. But it was just a fantastic trip. The hardest part of the trip was coming back to reality and getting used to not living in the bus. I thought, 9-10 days living in the bus, I'll probably be pretty happy to have that over with. I missed it, and I can't wait to get up for the next adventure, so I'm sure there'll be some videos on that soon. This will be the first episode. I'll throw up some pictures of some things I did to the bus before leaving. To have a little more storage capacity, I wanted to put a storage box on the top. So I added a ladder to get up there. It's made for a Vanagon style VW bus, but I found a fellow traveler on YouTube who modified it to fit his, what this is called a bay window bus, the earlier style. And I followed his general instructions and was able to make it work. So I've got a ladder to get up to my storage box, threw on some old used Thule bars that I got off of Craigslist years ago. And I have a Thule storage box that I put up there. I added hydraulic assist struts to open the top, which was nice even without a box on the top. It's just it's a little easier to open, but I knew having the box up there, it would be all the more appreciated. Of course, I didn't leave the heavy stuff in there before opening it. I took most of that out when I'd get to a campsite if I was going to pop the top, which I generally did. I had a friend coming from the East Coast. I said, hey, I got tickets to the Tedeschi Trucks Band in Red Rocks if you can get yourself there. So he hopped on his motorcycle and drove all the way from the East Coast to meet me at Red Rocks. I think he made it a little faster on his Triumph motorcycle than this old VW bus travels. Anyway, it was really a great trip. I look forward to sharing some of it with you. I had some great hikes. I hiked mountains in Oregon, Idaho. Didn't do the mountain I was hoping to do in Utah for reasons I'll get into when we get to that part of the story. And what else? Hiked but went up to a mountain lake in the Tetons on the trip back. So overall, just a great trip. Really looking forward to doing more of that. As you'll see, I was concentrating more on having fun and getting where I was going than making some great epic movie. So bear with me. The quality and the intermittent nature of this story will be evident, but hopefully it'll get across what a good time it was and how beautiful the Western United States is. I just had a great time doing all of this and seeing 2 great concerts at Red Rocks, which I highly recommend that as well. So come along. I'm at the top of Joseph Knob in Oregon. That's Lake Wallowa down below me. I'll be camping in the campground down there. It was a great hike to get up here. Pretty empty trail. Beautiful views all the way up once you get out of the forest. And then you break out up above. And my goodness, it's so great, as you can see. The mountains back there behind me. It's that meadow, you come across that ridge there. The Wallowa Mountains. And then back down to that gorgeous lake. What a day. A little hazy. There's some wildfires around. I'm not sure if that's what the haze is. I'm sure that's part of it. Back over here on the other side of that wooded area, it's a beautiful meadow over there. The last people I saw, they tried to make it over there. They said the trail petered out, and I pointed up to here, Joseph Knob, and I said, oh, that's where I'm headed. They said, oh, I guess that's the destination. But that looks like a pretty cool, beautiful spot over there, especially if you were camping. I imagine that would be great. But just a day hike here. Camp down in the VW bus for a little more of the creature comforts. Then you get up here, although I look forward to doing more of that too. Tomorrow it's on to Idaho and a hike there. Then Utah the next day, and Colorado the day after that. 2 days in Utah, I think, 2 to 3 days. And then a couple of days, 2 to 3 days in Colorado. So pretty good start to this road trip.